Hello guys, it's Austin from the KotLC fanbase, and today I'm going to be making a video that was suggested in the comments of my last ranking video, and I seem to get, I think, a few comments that said to do ranking ships. So today I'll be ranking 7 KotLC ships. I don't have time to do, all like 70 ships because there's so many possibilities and so many combinations, but I chose the 7 most common ships and I put that into a list, and these ships are not based on how I ship, they're how I think that like their relationship would work and how like long would it last, what would be the strongest relationship between these two people and the experiences they had in the book and like how many moments they have. Remember guys, don't dislike this video. This is just my opinion on the ships. You can be free to have any ships that you want, but this is just my opinion. Before we get into this video, drop a like down below, subscribe to our channel because only 30% of you viewers are actually subscribed and 70% of you are not, so please go down and subscribe to our channel. Share this video with a friend or anybody who has read KotLC that you know. Join our channel to get exclusive channel perks, and let's hop right into the video. Okay, so the ship I put in 7th place is going to be SoFitZ. I put SoFitZ in last place. This is just clearly because the relationship actually didn't work. We had the ship actually work in book 8 and they were actually a couple, and then Fitz had these anger issues and it led to the relationship actually being broken. So as soon as the relationship started, Sophie went and got her matchmaking list, but turns out she can't actually get her matchmaking list because she doesn't know who their parents are. So that's the first flaw of the relationship. Fitz Vacker cannot marry a bad match, or be with a bad match, I guess. And he was really worried and he was getting stressed that he couldn't be with Sophie because they didn't know who her parents were. So he kept stressing and stressing Sophie to actually go and look for her parents, and that kind of made the book a little bit worse, just finding their parents and not enough action, not the Black Swan versus the Never Seen like usual books. So I guess that's a little bit part of the relationship. And when Fitz had a temper tantrum, he always started blaming Sophie for things. He blamed Sophie for being a bad match. He just was blaming Sophie for the wrong things that she didn't do. And I feel sorry for Sophie for being in that she was being blamed for everything that was going wrong, and that she just needed a better partner. And I think that it was better when Sophie and Fitz were friends and they were cognates. Sophie and Fitz just work better as friends. Let's go on to number 6. So at number 6, I'd put Marella, which is Tam and Marella. I actually ship multiple people with Marella. I really don't care who goes with Marella, honestly. So that's kind of like why I put it in the lowest. 2 characters in the Black Swan that actually don't get the most attention is Tam and Marella. So I think they would work good together, and I think in Nightfall, Tam and Marella actually had like a little conversation that kind of led towards each other liking each other, but we don't actually know that. And it would be kind of a cool relationship having, a shade on one side and then having a pyrokinetic, and that's just like a powerful couple right there. And honestly, I don't really ship Tam with anybody else. I feel like Marella could be just the perfect person for Tam, and because honestly, I think Marella could be with multiple people, but I only think that Tam can be with Marella. Marella can just be in multiple relationships, and I don't see Tam going with Biana or Tam with Sophie, and I only see the perfect scenario as being him with Marella. Let's go on to number 5. At number 5, I put Lynn, which is Wylie and Linh. And I used to actually ship this over Fitz and Linh because I read this comment on one of our videos. It was talking about how Linh always wanted to visit Wylie and take care of him, and every time they were to split up into pairs, when they were doing like a search, Linh would always choose Wylie, and she helped Wylie through Prentis's mind breaking and him getting captured by the Black Swan. Linh really helped Wylie get back on his feet, so I think that shows that Linh cares for Wylie and that they could be in a good relationship. And it seems that Linh really enjoys seeing Wylie. So let's get on to number 4. At number 4, I ship Linh and Fitz together. I did just actually rate Linh and Wylie together because of the experience they had with each other, but that's just more of a plan B because I think that Fitz would be perfect with Linh. The backsides with Linh and Wylie are that there's a big age difference. We know that Wylie is significantly older than the rest of the group because he's in the more prestigious area of Foxfire, so we know that there's a big age difference. And Linh and Fitz, even though Linh has spent a lot of time with Wylie, Linh and Fitz have spent a lot more time together, and I think that he can't be with Biana because that's his sister. He can't be with Sophie, they just broke up. So he has to be with Linh And I honestly think that's a good thing, because I ship this too because I don't want Fitz with Sophie. I think that when Fitz actually, you know, gets over Sophie and he learns that he can't be with Sophie because, you know, he caused too many issues with her, then he can start to, you know, look for the future and actually know that he should be with Linh, because, you know, that might be his only option right now. And Linh isn't a bad match, so it'd be good for his family and good for him, because he can't, you know, betray the legacy of the Vackers. They just fit really nicely together. We don't have that many moments between them right now, but I think that in the future, we definitely could. So moving on to number 3. So at number 3, this is a different ship. This is actually Oralie and Kenric. And even though Kenric dies, this is still my 3rd favorite ship in the KotLC series, because probably the most adult ship moments in this whole book. Since I've been rereading the series, and you know, I've been reading actually book 1 right now, so I'm seeing like these little moments that Shan Messenger purposely puts into the books to show that Oralie and Kenric really do want to have a relationship, but they do have the Councillor status, so it's ineligible for them, but they still are really madly in love with each other, even though the rules say they can't be. Just alone in like the first half of the first book, I've already seen one little instance that Oralie and Kenric, you know, seem to be very close. I wonder what would happen if Kenric actually didn't die and stayed as a counselor. Would they have left their counselor jobs behind to get married and start their life together? That's one of the things I wondered, what would happen if Kenric didn't die. And you can't really say bad things about that relationship, about Kenric and Oralie. So let's get on to number 2. So at number 2, I put Dex and Biana, and this has actually opened up to me recently. Before book 8, I was actually shipping Biana with Tam, but now there was this scene that really came to me, and I was like, oh wait, why is Biana acting really nice to Dex? And it was when Dex was in the cave with Biana, and this is the cave that Sophie and Dex got kidnapped in, so of course there is going to be a little bit flashbacks and, you know, nervousness to actually go inside this cave. So when he goes in the cave, Biana was holding his hand just to, you know, calm him down, make sure he's calm, make sure he's good, and I thought that was really caring of Biana to do that. And I feel like that would be a really good relationship to have, just have kindness, and they're both 2 kind people, and I think their relationship both will work. And I think that could be a relationship we might see in other books because of the kindness they have towards each other. That was definitely a huge moment for Dex and Biana shippers. So let's get on to number 1. So at number 1, there's nothing that would change my mind about this ship. Sophie and Keefe. SoKeefe. I see all you guys in the comments saying SoKeefe. Me, Troy, and Joey have SoKeefe as our number 1 ship because we just know that this would work. We know that Keefe really genuinely cares for Sophie, and Sophie genuinely cares for Keefe. There's times where Keefe betrays Sophie. She's always still caring for him, every decision he makes. And at the end of the last book, Sophie wanted to really rescue Keefe and just make sure she's okay, because she really cares about him. And we also see a little bit of a hint when Keefe gives Sophie gifts. Keefe makes these really nice homemade gifts for Sophie, and, you know, it's out of this world. You know, Fitz is gonna get her a necklace, you know, Dex is gonna make a gadget for her, but Keefe really spends a lot of time on Sophie's gift because he really cares for her, and he has a big crush on Sophie. That is just one of many signs why I ship SoKeefe. The reasons are so long, it would take me a day, because they're just so compatible with each other. Let's just go hop right in the outro. Alright guys, I hope you liked my ships. It was really hard to make because there's so many combinations of people that could be together, and, you know, we'll never know what Shan Messenger is gonna do for the final output of the series. She says she's evil, so we don't know. We might seem to have some ships happening right now, but she might just totally change it up, and we never know what's the end game for the ships are going to be. Like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe to our channel for more KotLC content, hit the notification bell to get notified on every upload, comment down below what is your favorite ship, join our channel to get exclusive perks, share this video with your friends and family. Thank you guys so much for watching, have a great day, stay safe, peace.